So once I have my documentation intact, at what point in time am I required to develop my land?
Yes, Dave. Once you have all the valid documentation, you need to go further to obtain building permits from the relevant district assembly. Once you have your building permit, you have to start developing.
I don't have the money yet.
If you don't have money and the agreement says start and complete within a certain period, you have to go back and renegotiate that period because it's part of the contract.
Yeah.
You know, land acquisition is a contract. People forget. They think that once they have acquired the land, it's for them forever. It's a contract. So each clause or each term or condition in that contract will have to be complied with.
So what you're saying is this. If I acquire land from a chief,
yes,
and per the documentation of the contract, I'm supposed to develop the land within 3 years or start doing something within 3 years.
Yes.
I am not able to do it within 3 years. What I need to do is to go back to the chief.
Yes.
And speak to the chief.
And speak to the chief.
Let's say for whatever reason I forget, I don't engage with the chief.
Yes.
Can the chief take the land from me?
Once you breach, in law we call it to be a breach. We see it to be a breach of the contract. The chief can now start, we call it re-entry process.
Okay.
Because you have not complied with the terms of the contract.
Oh, okay.
But he cannot just walk one day and say that I've taken the land.
What is the process?
He has to give you a notice, write you a letter, informing that by our contract, you should have finished development within 3 years.
Okay.
We are in the 5th or 6th year. You have not done it. So I'm giving you additional time to remedy the situation, to complete it. You still don't complete.
So let's say he doesn't start this process. He just comes and says, well, per our agreement, you're supposed to do something within 2 or 3 years. You haven't done it, so shall it? Can that happen?
No, he can't do that.
He can't do that.
He has to inform you first.
Okay, so if that is happening to you somewhere as you listen to us, it should not be happening. Go to court on it. Can I sublease my land to somebody? Can I will my land to somebody? How do I do it without stress?
Yes, for sublease, assuming your land you had 99 years, you can sublet, let's say 50 years to another person, but with the consent of the lessor or the chief from whom you acquired the lease. So you have to write to the chief. For example, if it's Ledan is Nkumase, you write to Asantene's Land Secretariat that I want to transfer part of my interest to a different person. And the chief and Asantene, after looking at the documentation and the transaction, if they agree, they will give you the consent.
Would that be a crime if I don't, inform Asantene's office?
It is not a crime, but it is a breach of the contract.
Okay. I hear you.
It's not a crime.
Well, listeners, like we said 2 years today, we talked about land acquisition. We talked about the registration.